This is the third video, and that one was 6 minutes long. I'm trying to make them not too long. I don't want nobody to, be upset or aggravated or angry or whatever. I have a lot to say. Some things I should have said face to face. Some things I shouldn't have waited so long. Should I already know. I shouldn't wait on. People gonna say anything and everything. People gonna tell you what's wrong with me, but they don't really know what's wrong with me. People gonna tell you a lie. And what they do, speculations, rumors. Let's talk about that. The elephant in the room. I keep on saying that. Let's get to it. All right. So, situation I was upset about the other day. Dude keep on trying to get women and get me to talk to these women or whatever to prove that I'm not stuck on this one woman, to prove that I'm a man and yada, yada, yada. Okay. So, me dealing with women, this is how I do. First of all, I used to be shy. Then I went from being shy to recognizing the fact that I'm not only shy, but I have low self-esteem and low courage, and I don't believe in myself and all this other stuff. Okay? So when I do come to a woman, when I do finally get that courage to come to a woman, I'm not half-stepping. I'm sure I want to do this. I'm ready for the rejection because this is what I've experienced my whole life. Everything that I'm going through, I've already experienced it through childhood, whether it's rejection, whether it's disapproval. I've already, the verbal abuse, the physical, I've already experienced all this. So it's just a pattern and it feels normal. It feels natural. I'm not supposed to be doing this. I know I'm not supposed to accept it, but this is what is going on. This is what's going on. People manipulating me because, yes, even my sister who talked bad about me when I was down there with her in Louisiana, she used to say that she wasn't on that stuff, her substance abuse thing. She was not doing that while getting money from me that my parents would give to me. And then when I finally got a job, she was getting money from me when I got, you know what I'm saying? And still telling me the same lies. She not doing nothing. But we found out because she didn't sold the car. She didn't went to the store for groceries and didn't come back until 5-6 hours later. Come on, baby. But then she also pointed out that I was easy to manipulate. But how would you know that if you didn't do it yourself? You know because you've done it yourself. You manipulated me too, and I let you. Sometimes I need my head played with. Sometimes I need people to just fuck me over. You know why? Because it reminds me. It reminds me. You guys have never been in my presence when I'm throwing stuff at the wall, when I'm crying religiously, like I'm just nonstop crying, when I'm screaming and yelling. And I hope to God that you never see me in that state. That's something, it's just like me talking about passing away. I don't want to talk to y'all about that. There's so much to it, and I myself am guilty of not wanting to be here. I just don't see no point. If you guys were not here, then there's no chance that I would still be here. Like, for real. I can't see myself still now. The disconnect between I and your mom, that's a different subject. And it's not that I hate her. She told one of her friends, I was there that day, that she feel like she's my sworn enemy or something like that. She is not. I just like a lot of things and disapprove of a lot of things that she said and done. But no, I had to hate her one day in order to stop being in love with her. That's how I work. If I love you and I'm in love with you, then I strongly do that. If I hate you, I strongly do that. Excuse me, because I'm obsessive. So if I'm in love with you, I'm obsessed with you, period. On the other hand, if I hate you real strong, you know? I'm the type of person that I meant no harm, no disrespect. Don't take it, in the wrong way. Where the hell did I take my drink at? I was the type of person that I really wasn't supposed to have kids, but I wanted kids. I wanted somebody to love, and I wanted somebody that would love me the way I've never been loved. And I wanted to love somebody the way I've never been loved. You hear me? So it wasn't just something I decided to do. It was more to it than that. But mentally, I was not supposed to have kids because I'm not mentally there. What made it so good with you guys is the love, and I was forced to be patient, learn patience, self-control, and a whole lot of other stuff. Because I was left with you guys the 90%, 97% of the time, and I did not let you guys do a lot with Granny for the reasons that came later on. All that poison that was put out there. Your daddy this, your daddy ain't that. You know what I'm saying, that stuff. And now I come back years later, and then I'm being told that I didn't do nothing. And on top of that, I was there for everybody else more than them, more than your kids. And you do things before you do things for your kids. You do something like that. None of that's true. None of it. And also, I was also told that part of me being a man was to no, because no man is going to put money in a household that he's not in. That's far from true. I don't really want to make this a long message or video, but I probably need to in order to keep from making over and over videos. I used to sit you guys down and talk to you and ask you questions, how you feel, how you do it, what you think, is there something you want to change? There's something, things. And then I include us. I include your parents. What about your parents? What about me? And I encourage you guys to come and talk to me about anything and everything, because I do hear that you guys have concerns and questions and you don't bring it to me. And then also your Granny concerned because y'all put me on a pedestal. Y'all think more highly of me than you do your mama, which is not even her concern, but that is her concern because she's messy like that. And that's got nothing to do with me, but here's what it does. Don't think of me no higher or no lower than the next person. Think of me as a person, just like I think of you two as a person. I fight internally through things that I don't know how much attention you really pay, but I do live in solitude. When I'm in the house with everybody, I'm to myself. When I'm out here, I'm to myself. Like the only time that I'm not by myself is like if I'm dating, like Corey and I, we'd be together and I wouldn't be by myself. But I still feel like by myself because half of the time she's not listening to what I have to say. I have to listen to what she says. Like that's how it goes. It's not just her, but I'm using her for an example. LaShondra, kind of the same way. It's all about what she's going through, how she's feeling or not feeling. And that's what I'm used to. So that's what I allow. That's what I accept, Somebody said something about me and jobs, ever since y'all, yes, there has been times that I didn't have a job for 2 or 3 years. There has been. But for the most part, even when those times came, I was able to do something for y'all or with y'all. It might have been little stuff, but it was done. And you best believe if I gave Susie Joe's kids something, you guys had something before them, or you guys had something also. It was never done any other way. I'd jump up for whoever if they put in the time and effort to jump up for me. But once they stop, then I stop. At the end of the day, it's about the attention and, dedication, loyalty. You get what I'm saying? You guys don't have to understand anything that I'm going through or my mind. It's just that I would like for you to at least know for yourself through my voice and not somebody else's voice. Damn sure don't have to agree with nothing because look, it is what it is. This is my suffering life. I just don't want to. And when I'm around you guys, when I'm with you, it's always like I'm just saying goofy stuff, crazy stuff, except for when you do something that I don't agree with. And then I'm like, no, I can't kick it with that. I can't accept that. No, that's out of line. You guys have lived with lack of rules and boundaries for a long time. Call it what you want to. And then people will get mad when I speak up about it. But I know how this stuff is supposed to go because I know, I've seen, I've been shown, I lived through in those kind of environments where they have rules. No. You know? And forgive me, I don't feel like nobody's my family. I've said I don't have family so many times. You two are the only family that I claim, that I love, that I want, that I need. It's just you two. No, I don't have family. Now, needless to say, oh my God, what's her name? Jaleesa was good at making me feel like family. She was about the only one that kind of like talked. But then she's, you know, friendly with everybody and wants everybody to get along and stuff like that. She reminds me of me when I was younger and I hadn't yet lost myself or lost my mind or whatever, you know. Real hopeful and all of that type of stuff, you know. Some would say naive.